This video is going to be about a defensive technique called second hand high, which is a little bit counterintuitive because that's the opposite of what we're taught when we're learning how to play cards, which is second hand plays low to the trick, generally speaking, and then third hand plays high. But we're going to do the flip side of that today in a hand from the common game that was played at the Raleigh Bridge Club on Thursday night. South will be our hero. Most times that the hand was played, the bidding started with South with a diamond, and West bid 4 spades. That was the end of the auction. And a couple of fun things about this deal. First of all, there were some super strong players sitting South who missed this play. I was certainly asleep at the wheel when I had a chance to shine on this hand. The other interesting thing about this hand is that the deal was played 17 times at our club, which means there's 16 comparisons. There are 16 north-south pairs that you are trying to get a better score than on this deal. And the play is either going to result in the contract making for minus 620 north-south or down 1 for plus 100 north-south. And what's at stake there is basically half the match points, okay? Because of the 16 comparisons, there were 8 620s, 8 minus 620s. There were 2 minus 140. There's a minus 140 and a minus 170. And there were 2 plus 100s. So getting from minus 620 to plus 100 here, you would get 2 match points from the people that went minus 140, minus 170. And you would get a half a match point from all the 10 pairs who either let it make 620 or collected 100. That would be a total of 7 of the possible 16 match points. Basically, let's call it half a board. There were 21 boards in play, which means that each board is worth 5%. If there is half a board at stake when each board is worth 5%, getting this play right is the difference between getting 2.5% higher score on your final tally. So let's go to the play. I tried to fool around with ways to hide the other 3 hands. I almost got there, except that I couldn't control the card play by the robots, and they wouldn't play the right card at trick 2 to let me illustrate the point. So my partner actually led a diamond. It was a suit I bid, and he led the 4 because we play something called third and fifth leads. And it just means you lead your third best from 4 cards. You would lead your 5th best from 5 cards. And that's pretty popular. And that would normally only be against suit contracts. So if we look at this from Declare's standpoint and count tricks, West has 8 spades. The ace of clubs is in the dummy for 9. And the only other way to generate tricks is by roughing hearts. Well, if you think back to the Trump leading video, if he wants to rough hearts, we want to stop him from roughing hearts. So the name of this game from the defensive standpoint is going to be, we need to lead trumps twice so that he can't rough hearts in the dummy. So we play the 9, all our cards are equivalent, right? And we play the lowest equivalent card as third hand. So Declare roughed this and went out to the dummy with the ace of clubs. And here was the key moment. He let a heart off the dummy. This is where we need to apply second hand high. I want to play one of my big hearts here, and preferably the king, because I need to lead a trump from my side of the table, have my partner win the second heart, and then lead his second trump. And that will kill the 2 heart roughs in the dummy while my partner's still got natural heart tricks. The problem, if I play low, which is the instinctive play, it's certainly the play I made at the table because, I mean, basically I wasn't concentrating or thinking about it is the honest truth. The play I made at the table was low, and what's going to happen is my partner can win that trick and play a trump, but the next time Declare gets the lead and plays a heart, I'm going to win that, and I don't have any trumps to return. Okay, so he would end up getting to rough a heart in the dummy for 10 tricks. The other thing about this play is the reason that second hand low was created was if there was a high card in the dummy. So imagine that the dummy's hearts were like Queen X. Okay. Now you would be scared to play something like the king because, maybe declare's got the ace and you are just turning one heart trick into two for declare. But when there's small cards in the dummy, actually, if you think about it, it can't really hurt to play the king here, right? If declare has the ace queen, he's always going to finesse you out of the king, right? If he has the ace alone, it doesn't matter what you do. If he has the queen alone, that still leaves your partner with the ace 10. So really, all roads lead to, it might be important for me to hop up here, play my trump, and then my partner wins the second round of hearts, plays his second trump. We deny declare any heart roughs in the dummy. And if we use our show double dummy tool at this point, you will see that if I hop up with one of my big hearts, those lead to down one, the low heart leads to making. So here's the correct play. And playing a trump has the red one by it. And declare at this point can try and play a heart, right? But my partner wins the trick and plays his second trump. And at this point, declare has to lose the queen 9 of hearts because my partner has the ace 10 over him. Another way you can think about this is if you thought about it from a standpoint of playing the hands north-south, how would you play the heart suit? Well, you would play high cards from the short side first, right? You would play either the king or the jack, and then in the end, you would want to have a small card to lead towards your ace 10, right? So a couple things on this one. You got to realize that once that dummy comes down, the name of the game is lead trump so that he can't rough hearts. And the other thing is to appreciate with only small cards in the dummy, it really can't hurt to play second hand high. Hope you enjoyed this video on a defensive technique called second hand high.